Salt River Motors, your go-to destination for Polaris side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and sleds. Gear up with premium off-road gear and accessories. And when you are on the road, Salt River Motors keeps you moving with a full automotive service department for tires, shocks, brakes, and comprehensive repair and general maintenance. Visit Salt River Motors on Highway 89 south of Etna or online at saltrivermotors.com.
Miles CPA is your trusted partner for all tax-related matters. Our professional and qualified accountants ensure you keep and get back as much of your hard-earned money as possible. Whether you're an employee or business owner, rely on our tax experts for precision and expertise. Visit us in Afton or Alpine or call 307-885-0055 to schedule your consultation. Secure your financial future with Miles CPA.
Drive your career forward by joining the LCSD2 Transportation Department. We're now hiring for part-time bus aides starting at $16.75 per hour. Full-time route drivers earn $22 per hour, working only during the school year. Substitute driver and substitute aide positions are also available. Explore these rewarding opportunities and become a vital part of our education system. For more information, visit lcsd2.org and click Job Openings. That's lcsd2.org and click Job Openings.
The SVI Sports Network is your home for live coverage of Star Valley High School sports.
Sportsmanship is how you play the game. To honor America, please stand, remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly screaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now let's meet today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Rock Springs Lady Tigers. Number 99, the goalkeeper, Paige Tungate. Number 3, Talia Knudsen. Number 10, AJ Guzman. Number 11, Kinsley Weinrich. Number 12, Ulisa Vincencio. Number 20, Kelly Valdez. Number 23, Reagan Cordova. Number 24, Izzy Gibbons. Number 32, Sophie Pugmire. Number 34, Remy Mazarian. And number 35, Hayden Shrewsbury. The Lady Tigers are coached by Braxton Rosette. And now for your Star Valley Lady Braves. At goalkeeper, number 1, Kara Andrews. Number 2, Ambry Nelson. Number 5, Clancy Osmond. Number 7, Kavry Dockstetter. Number 11, Silver Weber. Number 12, Brooke Suter. Number 13, Hazel Ross. Number 23, Lila Kinder. Number 24, Afton Hunting. Number 29, Ryan Larson. And number 31, Kaylin Andrews. The Lady Braves are coached by Jessica Bagley.
Braves Field is the site of today's 4A West Conference matchup here between the Star Valley Lady Braves and the visiting Rock Springs Tigers. Dal Erickson here along with Alan Simpson. And Alan, this is a match between two teams that would like to go into regionals, regional week next week on a high note. Rock Springs coming into this one, into the week at 2-7-3. Of course, the Lady Braves, they would like to pick up a win. They're on a 35-game losing streak, so they would like to end that today here under the beautiful sunny skies of North Lincoln County. We'll see if they can get it done.
Yeah, and Rock Springs comes in with a little bit more to play for than what Star Valley does. If Rock Springs picks up a win today, then they will be in that 6th seed instead of the 7th seed, depending on what happens Evanston and Kelly Walsh today as well. But if Kelly Walsh beats Evanston and Rock Springs beats Star Valley, then that would vault them into that 6th seed and avoid the play-in game. So Rock Springs comes in really needing a win, and obviously the Lady Braves would like to pick up a win as well just to end that losing streak. But I anticipate a focused group on both sides today.
The Lady Braves locked into that regional play-in game. Us old-timers call it the pigtail game. The play-in game against Evanston. That'll be in Jackson next Wednesday early afternoon. We will not be streaming that, but the Lady Braves locked into that next week regardless of today's outcome.
Yep, and that's a little bit of a change of format. They used to have the higher seed, the 7th seed, host the 8th seed, and this year they're just doing the day before regionals. That game will be Wednesday at 2 o'clock in Jackson. Lady Braves also doing some lineup switches here as well. They've got some girls rotated to different positions and then some different starters as Rock Springs right from the beginning gets into the box, and that's going to be cleared by the Braves. Throw in for Rock Springs.
Well, so much in a match like this. I mean, everybody's excited. You come out and you do the lineups. But, man, you get a goal in the first couple minutes. If you're Rock Springs in a match like this, it just absolutely deflates a team like Star Valley. So I'm sure they're going to be aggressive early.
Lady Braves are starting Silver Weber today, and that's a little bit new. They've got Kara Andrews back in the goal, and so we've seen them do a myriad of goalies throughout the season. We've seen Wendy Ponce did a few games, Bella Beck's done a few games, and Kara was the goalie all last year for the majority of the year last year. So they're back with Kara, who's a senior for the Lady Braves.
And Wendy Ponce has done a good job. I really feel like this is, hey, it's the last home match. You're a senior. I think that's what this is for Kara, but she's obviously capable back there.
Corner here for Rock Springs. That ball's going to get kicked around before. Good job by the Lady Braves. That will be a foul and a free kick coming for Star Valley.
Good job of diffusing that corner.
That's one of the switch-ups that the Lady Braves have done. They've moved Hazel Ross back to that center back defensive position and then moved Ambry Nelson up to play kind of a defensive mid. And so Hazel used to play more of an offensive mid. Here's a right foot and saved by Kara.
I'll say this, though, Alan, that is not what you want to do if you're the Lady Braves. They had Rock Springs had 2 players, basically 2-on-1 with the keeper. That could have been.
Yeah, that's not a recipe you want to keep making.
They let that get behind the defensive line there. You just can't do that. I say that should have been offsides, but again, you're just like all sports with subjective officials. You're hoping to get those calls, and Star Valley did that time. So offside here and a kick for the Lady Braves.
Ross will step back and take this for Star Valley. Wants to go towards the sideline looking for Dockstetter. That ball gets placed right in front of Suter. Suter trying to win. Goes to the middle. Nelson out to Dockstetter. Dockstetter bringing it back to the middle. Good pass into the middle. Quick touch towards the outside by Larson. And that's going to go out of bounds. A little bit too far for Kaylin Andrews. Throw in for Rock Springs. Shrewberry tries to throw that one in. They're going to say last touch by Vicencio. Suter into Nelson. And that's going to go out of bounds. Throw in for Rock Springs.
You talked about Silver Weber getting the start today for the Lady Braves. I think she's actually led the JV team in goals this year. So
okay.
I wonder if they're trying to maybe pull her up here at the end, maybe provide a spark here for the varsity. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, just a freshman, but we've talked about it all season. That's the one thing they're missing is some speed on that offensive end. We just haven't been able to get many through balls, and I think they have good and capable offensive players. They just need to add one more element to that. And so I like that move, and Silver kind of comes out of nowhere because she hasn't had a ton of varsity minutes, but that's just, it shows like if you put in your time and show some good things on the JV field that you'll earn some varsity time.
Well, there's a big difference between pulling somebody up at the beginning of their freshman season and at the end. You know, at the end of the regular season, you're just trying to get some things rolling, and so, yeah, you can absolutely respect that. She's earned her spot there. Not that people don't sometimes it the other way. It's just sometimes it's done out of desperation, not out of performance over the course of the season.
Rock Springs trying to make a turn. That ball gets knocked away. Too hard of a touch, though, by Andrews, and throw-in coming for the Lady Tigers. Mazarian throws that one in, and it's going to be headed out by the Lady Braves. They'll do it again. This one goes towards the top of the 18. Good chest trap there, but too far. And we'll have a goal kick coming for Star Valley.
A little too much momentum on that one, Alan, but the Lady Braves playing with fire right now. That ball is getting into the 18 a little too easy for my taste right now, and we'll see if they can tighten that up here. We've played about 5.5 minutes.
Yeah, and right now the 50-50 balls are going Rock Springs' way as well. And that's one thing you want to see as a coach, that even if your skill level doesn't match theirs, your hustle level shouldn't. As this is a good play here by Star Valley to clear that one out. Here's Larson. Larson trying to get it up to Andrews. Has that taken away. Good ball into the box. Cleared out by Ross. And it will be a throw-in for Rock Springs.
You know, Afton Hunting's back there, too. Afton's been kind of sweeping back and forth, so.
That's true. She's played a lot of that right side midfield, and looks like she's playing more defensive. Afton, a really good wrestler. I think she brings a lot of toughness to that back end for the Lady Braves. Rock Springs will bring it towards the midfield. Wanting to work it towards the outside. Ball gets batted out of bounds. They will say stays with Rock Springs. Throw in coming. A little bit of a breeze this afternoon. Not much, but a little bit coming out of the west.
It's an absolutely gorgeous day, though.
Yeah.
Mid 60s for your highs expected today. Just beautiful.
Yeah, it's a good weather for soccer because you get the sun to kind of warm you up, but you're not 85 and roasting like you would be in St. George. So.
Well, and supposedly Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 80 plus in Star Valley.
Oh, really?
On the forecast, so that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
For us, anyway.
Well, we start.
It snowed last week, so I mean that's just spring in Wyoming, I guess.
I know. Well, we start our town Little League baseball on Wednesday, Thursday. So that sounds like some good weather to start some baseball.
Very cool. Substitution here. Brooks Suter will have a breather.
Kinder trying to make the turn on the far side. They're going to say last touch by Rock Springs.
Lady Braves are still looking for their first push across midfield here. Just haven't been able to get anything going to the north yet.
Oh, that's going to be a good through ball. Andrews, good job coming up, though. That ball looked like if it would have died just a little bit. But
if that would have been a grass field, that probably would have been a prime goal opportunity for
true.
Rock Springs. This ball was going a little too fast, but
yep, on this turf definitely carries it. And I'm pretty sure everywhere it plays on turf now.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It used to be just Evanston was our last lone grass field.
Yeah, in 4A, I think
3A they might still have some.
I think Warland might still have grass, but we don't play them anymore, so
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. You haven't been out to Warland to scout the field out
Last time
recently?
I was at Warland, they couldn't even replace all their light bulbs in the. That was like a running thing for about 10 years. Maybe they didn't have a ladder. I don't know. Now someone's like, he's being a jerk to Warland.
Yeah.
It's just all in fun.
My mom's from Warland.
It's all in fun. Feel free to make a Star Valley joke.
You can.
Sit there.
Just submit it to Dal's X handle.
Don't tell him that.
Come on, can we get his handle on the screen here?
It's pretty easy to find me. Brooks Suter back into the lineup here, and a kick for the Star Valley Lady Braves.
Ross places this one. They've got 3 Lady Braves in the picture. There's Osmond. Osmond trying to turn it upfield. She's got one on her.
Well, credit to Clancy, just shielding right there and at least putting herself in an opportunity to try and turn that ball.
Lady Braves will go quick. Ross able to get a foot on it, but no one there. Numbers for Rock Springs. They'll boot it into the box and covered up by Andrews.
Prime example of that free kick earlier. I didn't count that as a shot on goal because it faded too far left, but that one I will. So 2 shots on goal here for their Lady Tigers.
Oh, there's a good through ball here. Weber's going to get there first. They've got 2 on 4 if they want it. They're going to drop it to Docksetter. Docksetter bringing it up the left side.
Hey,
she's able to get around her girl. Rock Springs has time to settle. Want to go back towards the middle. Oh, that's a good pass out. And Rock Springs able to mount a counterattack here, trying to get a through ball up. Lady Braves able to get there first. Here comes Hunting, and she'll clear it for the Braves.
To me, I think that's why Afton's back there, is for that exact situation. Because a lot of times we'll see her on that side trying to go on the offensive third, and they've changed that up just a little bit today, it seems like. Correct me if I'm wrong, Alan.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly right. She's got a good balance of speed and physicality, which I think bodes well for a strong defensive player. Good clear here by Hunting all the way down the right side, and that will go out of bounds. Throw in coming for Rock Springs. Star Valley going with kind of a 4-flat defensive lineup, and then they put just 1 forward up there. Sometimes you'll see teams do kind of a 3 defensive backs and then a stopper right in front of them, and then 2 forwards up front. But the Lady Braves electing to go with the 1 forward and kind of put some extra defenders back there.
And, you go back to the last time these 2 teams played, it was the second weekend of the year. I mean, completely different
Yeah.
teams at this point. I mean, it's just you can look at that maybe as a. I mean, that's what counts in the standings. But I mean, it is. It's been a long time. Sometimes the two teams kind of have that flip flop into the back half of conference play, and then really quickly with these Sweetwater teams, it's happening at the end of the year. So.
Yeah, and Rock Springs.
Perseus Stokes checking in for Rock Springs. Excuse me.
Oh, you're good. They played Green River earlier in the week on Thursday, and fell to them. I think it was 4-0. Like we mentioned, they come in with 3 wins on the season. One of those being to the Lady Braves earlier, right around spring break time for Star Valley. Thrown here by Osmond to Andrews. Good turn by Andrews, looking to flick it ahead to Weber. That ball's taken away. Knutson trying to go back in the middle. Andrews has her legs taken out, and it will be a free kick for Star Valley.
Situations like this, I'd love to see the Lady Braves be able to use these and create some momentum moving forward. And it looks like they will this time.
Weber's looking for a pass up to Larson. And cleared out by Rock Springs.
First push there for the Lady Braves and using that free kick.
Yeah, and Larson comes in as the lone goal scorer for the Lady Braves on the year.
Yeah, 1 goal for Star Valley this year came in the last seconds against Kelly Walsh of all teams.
Yeah.
Here on this field.
Yep, came in. Ryan was able to. Oh, good move here by Knutson, but cut off by Nelson.
Well,
yeah, she was able to put it into the box and kind of got deflected off of a Kelly Walsh player. And
Knutson leads the Tigers in scoring 8 goals coming into the week.
Oh, there she goes with the Meg. Gets into the box, but great help defense there by
I believe that was
Ross. Ooh, good step there by Andrews to come out towards the top of the box. Well, you can see Knutson. She's got a ton of speed. Comes in as one of the captains for the Tigers, and she was a heck of a player the last 2 years as a freshman and as a sophomore, and so she's really just continued to grow here as she showcases her speed here. But Andrews,
wow,
gonna pick that up.
Yeah, she's somewhere. The sprint coach in Rock Springs has a single tear roll down his cheek because, she's fast.
Yeah, she does have some top-end speed. They're going to keep going back to it. Oh, here's a good give and go towards the outside. Right foot. Oh, good defense there by Ross as she took away that angle.
Yeah,
and
kind of.
Yeah, kind of
cut
bodied her.
there.
Yeah, bodied her towards the outside.
We call that the Utah roadblock. If you're driving down to Salt Lake, that happens all the time.
Exactly. No blinkers either.
They'll just kind of rub you off on one of the road, those big concrete things on the side.
Yeah.
Got a player down here at midfield for Rock Springs. Looks like they will stop the clock and allow her to get off the field. I believe it's Remy Mazarian, a freshman. She's a little shaken up, so she's going to have a seat, and they'll attend to her. Hopefully she's okay.
Looks like Mazarian's going off under her own power, which is good.
I wonder if she took a foot in the stump. She almost acted
like her wind knocked out of her.
Wind knocked her, which is there needs to be a better term for that because that sounds like it's not a big deal and it sucks.
It is. Yeah. Like literally, you feel like you can't breathe. I feel like that's a big deal. Good trap here by Hunting. She's able to push that one ahead to Andrews. Andrews wants to go towards the outside. Here's Weber. Weber's going to take off. Here's looking for some help. Silver works towards that right side and throw in for the Tigers. And that's one of the downfalls of playing a one-forward system. Is that when you do get the ball to your forward, you've got 1-on-4 back there, and it's just all a preference of what the coach wants to do. Here comes a through ball, and just a little bit too far for Knutson. I think for where the Lady Braves are, extra defenders is not a bad move at all. It really just becomes the job of those offensive midfielders that when that ball gets pushed up to the forward, that they really get on their horses and try to go help them.
You know, something else, I'm looking at this Tigers squad, Alan. They have one senior
Yeah, they're
on this
young.
team. So, I mean, this is a team that's they're building, and they're going to bring everybody back with the exception of A.J. Guzman, according to this roster.
Yeah, they've got here's a right foot. Oh, it's a cross to the far post and just too far.
I wonder if was she going for to try and score, Alan, or was she going for the pass, or did it kind of ended up being kind of both?
I think it kind of was like a little bit in between. With nobody being over there, it's probably a shot that went wide. But if there was someone on that far post, that would have been just about perfect for the redirect.
Knutson there, her shot diffused by the Lady Braves defense. That was going to be a really quality shot, so good job by Star Valley to get a body in between her and the net. Pretty good collision here. Dockstetter is going to get the throw in. And she'll hand this off, and we'll see if the Lady Braves can move the ball up the field a little bit as Andrews works to turn it up.
Ball work to the far side. Here's Gibbons. Gibbons wants to go up line. Good defense there by the Lady Braves as we are almost to the midway point of the first half. And I would say for the most part the defense of the Lady Braves has been right on point. They've had a couple looks on frame, but there's been nothing that hasn't been contested by Star Valley. And so I think through the first 20 minutes or so of this one, I think the Lady Braves have definitely been up to the test, especially on the defensive end.
I agree with that. I think they're going to have to continue to be very mindful of their positioning on the field, though. They've been caught out of position a couple of times, and it hasn't burned them yet, but it's going to.
Yeah.
If they continue to do that, I guess is what I'm saying.
And the big thing that Rock Springs has been, you can kind of see their game plan. They're going to do a lot of through balls. A lot of give and goes at that back line, trying to free up their speedsters. They're not much for a ball control team where you won't see them link a lot of passes. They're trying to get those quick hitters, and so far they've just been a tad bit out of reach consistently for the Lady Tigers. And so I think you're exactly right, Dal. That's where positioning comes in. As here's a good move by Rock Springs. They've got 4 up just outside the box. They're going to say offsides, though, as that last surge there by the Tigers just went past that flat 4 for the Lady Braves.
Yeah, back here about the 20-yard line. If you're from one of those people that really doesn't like when soccer announcers use the football markers, then you're out of luck today.
Yeah, you've got.
I'm just using as a reference. Here's a chance for Star Valley.
Here comes Weber. Weber's going to settle, tries to keep it inbounds, and that's going to go out. Throw in for Rock Springs.
And this is Masarian, who walked off the field a few minutes ago, and she's back in, so great sign for the Tigers.
Oh, here comes Knutson. She's going to pressure Hunting. Wise move by Afton as she was retreating towards her goal just to clear that one. Throw-in coming. There's no offsides on a throw-in, so Knutson able to get behind the defense there. Oh, she's trying to make a turn. Physical play. They're going to let it play on.
That was close.
As Ross had her feet tangled up with Knutson on the far side of the box.
In your opinion, Alan, close play, or am I overreacting?
No, I would have said that was most likely a foul. I think if that happens not in the box, that's probably a foul 90% of the time. Sometimes in the box, that center official is a little bit more cautious because it does result in a penalty kick. But, yeah, they're going to let that one go. But I think it was right on that edge, Dow.
Number 17, Lillian Bridewell.
You're going to have him re-kick here.
23, Reagan Cordova.
There's the whistle. Yeah, we're almost 21 minutes into this and still scoreless. So if you're the Lady Braves, that's a great sign.
Here comes Knutson off of the free kick. Oh! What a save by Kara Andrews. That one took a full Superman, gets the fingertips on it, and keeps us scoreless.
I would even argue if those are used gloves, that thing goes in. They've got to have the little tacky, sticky stuff on the fingertips on new gloves. That was probably about an inch away from being a goal right after I said things were going good. So
that's
Kara
the
bailed me out big time.
Announcer jinx.
Thanks, Kara.
Good play there by Nelson, able to get around a couple of defenders and send a through ball. They will say too much contact for Rock Springs. Free kick coming for the Lady Braves.
Now, the last time we saw this, Star Valley was able to kind of use the momentum of the ball.
Oh, now they got two. This is the kind of soccer I want.
I was going to say, your
this
odds
is
of
my
scoring go
soccer
up.
idea.
The odds of scoring seem to go up if you used to.
Play two balls on the field, and then you got to be aware of where each one is at all times. Call your own fouls.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. That sounds fun.
Double the action, and then
if you're down like multiple goals, you throw another ball
yeah,
in there.
There you go. And then when a goal goes in, someone blows a foghorn in case you didn't get to see it, so everybody knows. I think we're on to something.
When I ran the music, I did used to like to do that. That's one thing I do miss. I stole a bunch of hockey foghorn sounds, and when Star Valley would score, I'd play them. But
yeah, we went up to a Jackson Moose game in the winter, and yeah, we were positioned right by the foghorn lady. So it's all fun and games until it's in your ears.
Could be an opportunity here for Star Valley. This is what do they call here, Alan? Is it a warning? Is it just?
Yeah, it looks like he's going to have a conversation with
talking to the coach,
Rock Springs coach,
Coach Rosette, there for the Tigers.
Looking for some clarification.
And maybe he was pretty adamant it should have been off of Star Valley, not a Star Valley throw.
Oh, this is a good throw towards the top of the box. Collision with Andrews. Bunched up here are the Lady Braves. Weber, looks like they're going to get either a high kick or a handball.
Yeah, I think probably either one of those.
As they were kind of all bunched together there at the top of the 18.
Good boot.
This one goes to the middle. Oh, they're going to send it towards the right side. It's going to be a race here as Suter trying to get to the edge, able to shield off just enough. And it will be a throw-in for Star Valley.
That was a savvy play from Brooke. She was kind of making sure she had enough gas there at the end to close that off.
Picked up by Andrews as that throw-in gets redirected by the Tigers. Big kick here into the middle. Kaylin Andrews sends it ahead. Quickly cleared out by Rock Springs. This one's going to get past Hunting. Afton's going to track it down. Should get there first. Does so. They're going to say last touch by the Lady Braves, though. Throw in for Rock Springs deep in their territory.
For the Lady Tigers, number 24,
Izzy Gibbons, sophomore for Rock Springs, coming in. Second leading goal scorer for the Tigers, coming into the week with 5 goals scored. She's number 24. She and Knudsen have scored about 90% of the goals for this Tiger team.
Yeah, and gosh, from here they look like they could be twins. Got similar builds and hair color. Right foot. Ooh, that's tough. As Talia Knudsen, she was facing the opposite direction, does a 180 spin and still gets
left foot too.
A cannon on it.
Yeah, she's
on frame.
She's dangerous. If you think that's not such a big deal, you go try it in your backyard.
Yeah, just
make sure you have 9-1 dialed. Then you can hit that other one. Or
right as soon as your
you're gonna hurt
hip
yourself.
pops out.
Hip or knee or back.
Probably all three. Yeah, probably best if you just attempt that on the hospital lawn so they can just bring the stretcher out and pull you in.
All right, free kick here. Good opportunity for Rock Springs.
High ball. This ball is going to die right at the top of the 18. Here's Gibbons. Right foot trying to cross. Oh, good job by Dockstetter to cover that one up.
I think Cavery's really made some good progress this year.
I would agree. Just won her soccer sense, but also her ball handling, I feel like.
Well, and it's tough. She got dropped into the varsity cauldron as a freshman last year. Just the physicality of it, the demands of it. I think she's made good progress.
Yeah, you look at the Lady Braves roster, and it's littered with underclassmen as well. It's just a matter of can you keep them and develop them as they go forward, because a lot of good young players that the Lady Braves have, and obviously you've got your senior stalwarts as well.
Yeah, you'll miss the
that
twins.
You'll miss. Yep.
You'll miss Karen, Kaylin,
Nelson,
obviously Hazel Ross, Ambry Nelson.
Yep.
Yeah, those are stalwarts of this group, but it'll be somebody else's turn to put their stamp on the program next year.
Here's Weber at midfield. Oh, good aggressive play there by Silver. Oh, Knutsen's going to send a good through ball. That's perfect. Gets behind the last line of defense. Right foot. Oh, just ran out of gas there.
Well, and also there was enough pace on that I feel like Knudsen, her angle, you got about a half a second before that angle goes from really great to kind of skinny.
Yep.
And that's what happened to her there. And that she said had to stretch for it. And because of that, Andrews was able to hop right on it.
Well, and that's exactly right. As soon as that ball gets further and further towards that end line, the goalie can really just cover up that near post, and you've really got to bend it around. And so I think you're exactly right. The further away it gets from that right middle spot, the harder it gets.
Lady Braves not doing themselves any favors right there.
No, that pass goes backwards, looking for help, but ends up landing at the feet of the Lady Tigers. They'll work it towards the end line and cleared out for the Lady Braves. The Lady Braves have done a great job at that help defensive position. As we talked about, Hazel Ross played there the last couple games, but fairly new to that center back position, but she's done a good job. Here's a deep one, as that one was from about 35 yards out. That's going to one hop to Kara, though.
I will say this, when Rock Springs has gotten their shots on goal, they have been right at Andrews. She's got 7 saves on 8 shots on goal. And that one was could have been trouble just from a redirect standpoint if someone would have been able to hit that mid-flight and angle it towards the far side of the net. That could have been trouble.
Oh, here comes one for Knutsen. She'll have a one-on-one left foot, and that one is true for the junior captain from Rock Springs. As Talia Knutsen finds the back of the net. It's just a matter of time before she got a through ball that she could handle, and she just passes this one into that far corner, and Rock Springs goes on top 1-0.
Here's a great look at it there, and that time she was able to go far post against Kara and ends the stalemate here in the 30th minute.
And that's one of the tough things when you play that flat 4 defense, is that you don't have a sweeper that really comes and cleans up those things on the back end. So a flat 4 is really good if you're looking to draw people off sides, and we've seen the Rock Springs get a couple of those calls, but it's also tough if they've got some speedy forwards, because you don't have that safety net. Your Wembanyama back there to kind of
to erase it.
Exactly.
Star Valley, Alan, we've always said, when's the best time to answer a goal? It's right after the goal, right? So
yeah, we saw the Braves do that against Riverton last week, where Riverton cut into the Braves' lead. Oh, here's a good play. Weber inside the box, right foot, and that one goes wide, but good pressure there.
First shot on goal for Star Valley.
By the Braves. I think that was Sellers who was able to kick it up to Weber. And some good early action here for Silver. You can tell that she definitely has some good speed there on that forward line.
Well, and she's got some good moves on those 50-50s too, as she's able to battle with the opponent and come away with her share. You already can see that.
Goal kick here. You do have to be outside of the box as Weber retreats just a little bit, but I like what the Lady Braves do there. Good shield there by Weber. Right foot. Oh, that's a good move by Silver, as she was able to shield and get a chest trap and then just that quick turn. And
so back-to-back shots on goal for Star Valley. First save for Paige Tongate of Rock Springs.
here's a give and go. Back to Gibbons. Oh, wanting to go towards that far post. Too wide, though. And goal kick coming for Star Valley. But just to see what Silver did on that last play, that's something the Lady Braves haven't had for the majority of the season. The ability to, just off a tiny bit of space, like create enough to get a shot on goal. And so that's really encouraging for the Lady Braves.
Well, and another player, you know, I haven't seen her all year because of injury, but she led the Lady Braves in scoring last year. Obviously a modest goal total, but still is Ridgeland Allman. She didn't, you know, she hasn't been able to play this year, and so yeah, it's offensive firepower has been hard to come by for Star Valley in particular the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, Ridge is a really good player, really quick player. Obviously, her sister Willow went over to Central and played for them the last couple of seasons. So,
then her other sister Remy, a 2-time wrestling state champ.
Yep, just battling injuries all year. She battled injuries through wrestling, did Ridge, and so just not able to play this year. But you think about the Lady Braves in the future, if you start to pair, you know, some speed of Weber and Allman up there, that's promising for the Lady Braves. Oh, good job here by Dockstetter, but quickly taken away by Rock Springs. Gibbons is going to bring it towards this right side. Lady Braves trying to hold the line, keep them on sides.
I really like the physicality of Kaylin, and Kaylin, she comes up on the short end of that call.
I was like, you know who didn't like that physicality?
But it's just, but you look at, without her, I feel like she kind of sets the tone for physicality for the team, and Star Valley could use a little more of that.
I agree, and Kaylin actually has some pretty good ball skills as well. She's pretty good at handling the ball at her feet, and then like you said, that physicality, she definitely sets the tone for the Lady Braves.
Down to about 6.5 minutes here. Of course, 1-0.
Hunting up to Kinder.
Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. That goal came back in the 30th minute from Talia Knutson.
And you talked about Knutson as she came in as the leading goal scorer for Rock Springs with 8 on the season.
And you said they didn't score against Green River? Mm-hmm. So that's her 9th of the year. That's pretty good.
Right foot from Larson looking up line. That's going to go out of bounds. Yeah, we talked a little bit about regionals next week. The Lady Braves will be in that play-in game, as this one's a bit of a mishit by Hunting. She'll try and clear it. Not able to do so. Running on the right side. Knutson drops it back to the top. Oh, great job by Nelson to come back and clear that. We'll have a corner coming up for Rock Springs.
Yeah, that was shaping up to be a point-blank cannon shot for Rock Springs.
Yeah.
They'll see if they can salvage this trip up the field with their second corner kick of the half.
Rock Springs will position at the top of the 18 with one in front of the goal. Oh, a double redirect there. That was a quick hitter back into the box, and Rock Springs kind of holding their head.
Yeah, I think that didn't go quite how they were hoping.
Yeah, I don't know if that was an intentional header. You don't see that very often. That ball went to the top of the 18 and then quickly through, as that was a bit of a mishit there. Out of bounds, goal kick coming for Star Valley.
Under 5 to go here. And if you're the Lady Braves, obviously you want to keep the net secure for the next 4 minutes plus. But, boy, if you could find a way to tie this before the half, that would just be such a momentum shifter.
Yeah, as that's cleared again, we're going to have a corner kick coming up for Rock Springs. Yeah, the Lady Braves just kind of clinging to this, being down just 1 right now, as this seems like the ball's been in the box the last 5 minutes straight for the Lady Tigers. Here's the corner. That's a great ball right into the middle of the box. And
I was she talking to her head, the ball, or the gods themselves. I think
you have betrayed me.
That was a really good opportunity.
You could not have climbed up on a ladder and placed that ball any better for Rock Springs as far as where you want to put it on the corner. Send it right into the middle, and they had a good look at it. Here comes Weber. She's going to send it to the middle. Give and go just a little bit behind her. Back to Kinder. Kinder trying to run up on it and taken away. Slow materializing counterattack by the Lady Braves. Almost was able to make something happen out of it. Knutson, she retreats before she sends a good ball towards the corner. Rock Springs will track that down. Hesitation move, but deflected out of bounds. Another corner coming up for Rock Springs.
So the Tigers had 1 corner kick in the half coming into like the last 3 or 4 minutes, and now they're up to 4. So obviously, if you're the Lady Braves, you would like to stop that.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to say that was last touch by Rock Springs.
Oh, okay. We'll forget what I just said then.
Yeah. Well, you proved to be prophetic because they stopped it with the help of the official.
Yeah, with a totally unusual way.
That ball bouncing into the box, cleared out by Ross. Just 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. Rock Springs with a 1-goal lead. Good step there by Sellers. They're going to say out off of her, throw in for the Lady Tigers. Deep pass in. Controlled by Knutson. She will dribble it back and settle for Rock Springs. Rock Springs has their midfield up. Good pass in the middle, right foot.
Oh wow!
By Andrews as she came up with her hands high on the slide and just able to get a piece of that ball.
Wow. That was a terrific. That's about as brave and nice a save as you're going to see.
Ball not cleared yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're still happy, but the ball's still messing around in the box there. And I don't know if we got the reaction of Rock Springs. They're like, you got to be kidding me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't blame her, but, man, what a brave move from Kara Andrews.
Yeah, you didn't catch the number. Is that number 9, Laredo maybe, with that shot that Andrews saved?
Still trouble here, though, is another corner kick for Rock Springs.
High ball, far post, shouldered, and caught.
I'll tell you what, I really liked what Rock Springs has done on their corners. They have put it right where they wanted to.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of hitting that sweet spot in the middle of the box. That was a good job there by Hunting to move up and be the first one to the ball. That's the big thing about corners is you really, because everybody's bunched together, you've got to be the first one to contact the ball. And Afton did a great job of it there. It's easier said than done, though. Here's a good counter for the Lady Braves. They've pushed up 3, had a chance for some even soccer with their midfield pushed up. Looking for a clear here. They're going to say last touch by Star Valley. Throw in coming for Rock Springs as we have just 15 seconds left to play. Rock Springs wants one final through ball. That one's deflected by Ross. High ball as we tick under 8 seconds left to play here in the first half. And that will do it as Hunting clears it for Star Valley. So Rock Springs will go into half with a 1-goal lead over the Star Valley Lady Braves. Rock Springs has definitely been the aggressor with the ball for most of the half in their offensive third, but a stalwart, good effort here from the Lady Braves to keep this within striking distance. Let's take a quick break and hear from our sponsors. We'll be back with more coverage of Star Valley Lady Braves soccer.
Hey, do you have free checking that pays you? Does it pay you a high rate every month you qualify? Booyah! And give you free ATM access nationwide every month you qualify with no monthly maintenance fees ever? No. Huh. Maybe it should. Powerful checking for more powerful moments. Ask for Kasasa Cash. It's our superpower.
The internet may connect us, but human connection brings us together. Silver Star Internet. Better connected.
Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs. And by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442. Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, and a new large play set for the kids. These new additions will be for guests only, coming in 2026. Visit KodiakMountainResort.com for reservations.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with Home Zone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, Home Zone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. Home Zone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
Welcome to Aspen Physical Therapy. Let our team help you out with your healthcare needs. We work with a wide variety of patients, from car accidents to strains and sprains to injured athletes to post-surgical care. We have a number of modalities and different procedures we use to help people, including dry needling and our radial pulse wave machine. We have offices in Thane and Afton and are open Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 5. Tuesdays and Thursdays we are out seeing our home health patients. Aspen Physical Therapy, getting you back to work, to play, to life.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career career opportunities.
The greatest cardiac need in Wyoming is simply access to cardiology specialty services as well as other specialty services. Patients don't have to travel an hour and a half or 2 hours.
We do cardiac cath procedures down there, which is the only cardiac cath lab in western Wyoming.
I think it's very personalized care. A lot of them are neighbors and friends.
I think it's really been a blessing for the community as well as all of western Wyoming.
Your home for live coverage of Star Valley sports is the SVI Sports Network.
And back at it here at Braves Field. It's halftime in this 4A West Conference matchup between the visiting Rock Springs Tigers and the Star Valley Lady Braves. Looking at some numbers here at the break. The Tigers out shooting the Lady Braves. These are shots on goal, 14-2 on my stat sheet. Kara Andrews has been fantastic in goal, 9 saves for her, including one that was a point-blank cannon shot right to had her hands in front of her face to stop that one right before the break, or this one could be 2-0 in favor of Rock Springs. Instead, it stands at 1-0. That goal coming from Talia Knutson in the 30th minute on a through ball as she was able to get past Andrews, and that is the one goal so far today. Rock Springs with 4 corner kicks, Lady Braves none so far, and 1 save in goal for Paige Tongate of the Lady Tigers. Dal Erickson here along with Alan Simpson. And Alan, your thoughts of what you saw in the first half?
Yeah, I thought the back side of the defense for Star Valley has been really good. Rock Springs consistently been trying those through balls, and it just seems like the angles have either been shut off, or the Lady Braves have been up for the task, or those balls are just getting a little bit too far ahead of Rock Springs. They did score on 1 through ball to Knutson, as you mentioned, but overall, the Lady Braves have to be tickled pink to be where they are right now in the match, because it's still anybody's contest.
Well, and you were just mentioning Star Valley missing some players today, some stalwarts. Alyssa Spencer, she usually plays a ton. She's out. Wendy Ponce has been in goal and also has played in the field this year. She's not playing today with an injury, and so missing some players and still battling through it.
Yeah, and Sadie Sloan as well has started on that right defensive back position, and so yeah, it shows you a little bit of the versatility that the Lady Braves have, that they have enough athletes that they can plug and play in these different positions when injuries come to play. But I think overall the Lady Braves have held their own, and it's just a matter of, can they get a push up on the offensive third to really cut into this lead, tie it up, or to make a run here in the second half.
Here you can see some of the replays from that first half, giving you a great view of what it looks like at ground level. Appreciate Haley Myers and Kaysen Hatterley helping us out, as well as some others helping us with camera angles and such. Right now, though, it's still anybody's match. It's 1-0 Rock Springs off the foot of Talia Knutson in the 30th minute. Another half coming up here in a couple minutes. It's Lady Braves Soccer here on SVI.
Hey, do you have free checking that pays you? Does it pay you a high rate every month you qualify? Booyah! And give you free ATM access nationwide every month you qualify with no monthly maintenance fees ever? No. Huh. Maybe it should. Powerful checking for more powerful moments. Ask for Kasasa Cash. It's our superpower. Hey, do you have free checking that pays you? Does it pay you a high rate every month you qualify? Booyah! And give you free ATM access nationwide every month you qualify with no monthly maintenance fees ever? No. Huh. Maybe it should. Powerful checking for more powerful moments. Ask for Kasasa Cash. It's our superpower.
The internet may connect us, but human connection brings us together. Silver Star Internet. Better connected.
Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs. And by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442.
The SVI Sports Network is your home for live coverage of Star Valley High School sports.
Teams back out on the field here to start the second half. Rock Springs leading at 1-0 at the break, and we are back at it. Alan Simpson's got the call.
Wind has picked up a little bit here in the second half, as it will be favoring the Lady Braves, as it will be at their back. But it is whipping a little bit more than what it was in the first half. A pretty brisk breeze for Star Valley standards.
Well, since you're bringing that up, the wind would have been at Rock Springs' back for that whole first half had it been doing this.
Yes.
What it started to do at the half, and Rock Springs is like, really? Where was that?
Yeah, no kidding. As Andrews goes down hard, has her feet taken out from under her as she was making a run, and is kind of favoring that shoulder. They will stop the clock here.
A couple of teammates and then her sister are going to come out and check on her.
And the coach, and we're going to take a quick break as the trainer runs out too, and we'll be back and hope Andrews is okay, but we'll take a quick break and come back with more coverage of soccer.
Hey, do you have free checking that pays you? Does it pay you a high rate every month you qualify? Booyah! And give you free ATM access nationwide every month you qualify with no monthly maintenance fees ever? No. Huh, maybe it should. Powerful checking for more powerful moments. Ask for Kasasa Cash. It's our superpower.
At Star Valley Health, we provide a wide range of orthopedic care, close to home in Afton and throughout western Wyoming. From robotic surgery to pain management, we're here for you every step of the way. At Star Valley Health, we're here for you and your loved ones. Our specialty care is growing as we make healthcare more accessible in western Wyoming. To learn more, visit starvalleyhealth.org.
Hey, do you have free checking that pays you? Does it pay you a high rate every month you qualify? Booyah! And give you free ATM access nationwide every month you qualify with no monthly maintenance fees ever? No. Huh, maybe it should. Powerful checking for more powerful moments. Ask for Kasasa Cash. It's our superpower.
The internet may connect us, but human connection brings us together. Silver Star Internet. Better connected.
Your home for live coverage of Star Valley sports is the SVI Sports Network.
Goal for Star Valley. On the second rebound.
It's like they're congratulating Ambry Nelson. Is that right?
No, Ambry had the first shot.
We'll have to take a look at it. But, boy, Star Valley, what a huge redirect off a free kick. Kaylin Andrews able to get off the field after an injury. And then Star Valley is able to capitalize here in the 41st minute.
Yeah, I thought it. Yeah, it looked like Ambry had the first kick, that got deflected, and then it was another Lady Brave that came in on the redirect. But I don't think we've got a replay of who it was, as we were just coming back from commercial.
Yeah, we'd kind of gone to break because we don't like to show a player just sitting there being injured. So yeah, didn't quite have it. So we'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, huge goal there for Star Valley. I'll see if I can hit up some of my sources.
Easily, though, I will say the most complete goal of the season for the Lady Braves.
Yes, that one came off of a Star Valley Lady Braves foot.
Right on frame, deflected a couple times, pushed it in. Well done. And boy, what a momentum shifter now for Star Valley, who, let's be honest, you're so used to trailing the way the season has gone. Now you have a chance, you're right back in this with a little bit of momentum for the most of the second half.
Exactly, and it was set up initially by Hazel Ross, took that free kick and then put it into the box. Then Nelson was there on the first one, and her shot got deflected. And then, it might have went back to Ambry and she kicked it in, or it could have been, I know that Kinder was up there, Lila was up there.
Yeah, Ryan Larson was in that scrum as well. She had the other goal, but back against Kelly Walsh. But, yeah, we'll see if the Lady Braves can capitalize on the momentum here and kind of ride the wave.
Yeah, that's got to be offsides, and it will be.
Yeah, the official's got his flag up, but there we go. Sometimes it takes a second for the center official to see the flag up for the side official.
Well, and sometimes that side official lets them run a while and then raises the flag too. So, but that one, the flag was up right at the offsides. Here comes a through ball, looking up to Knutson. Here's Hunting's going to go out wide.
That's a really good job from Afton Hunting.
Yes, here's kicked into the box as we have Hollingsworth playing this right side of the defense here in the second half.
Just in case you're wondering, we are sleuthing to find who's going to get credit for that goal for Star Valley. That's the thing about high school soccer. Sometimes it happens so quick, and then they are moving right back on to the next thing. It's
exactly.
Not quite as obvious sometimes. But, Alan, if you're the Lady Braves right now, you got to feel like you got some extra energy in your legs. After seeing that go through, you're tying the match, second half, here on the home turf. Just
your second goal all season.
Well, it's just
right?
You've got a little bit of fresh leg momentum, I would think.
Yeah, and I think I can already see it from the Lady Braves. They're just a little bit quicker to the ball.
I'll tell you, I've really liked what Afton Hunting has done back there. She got that turned. Eventually, that was a different player who put that out of bounds. But
yeah,
but Afton got that turned, and she's done that consistently all game.
Yeah, she was able to get it to Hollingsworth there on this side. But yeah, I like her in that position for the Lady Braves. She's really done a good job. Deflection here. Here is Knutson trying to make a move. Left foot into the box and covered up by Andrews.
And some good noise going on behind us on the JV boys match, which was a good first half.
Yeah, JV boys were up 2-1 in the first half, but yeah, definitely some.
That was loud.
Some goal making noise on the backfield. Free kick coming up for the Lady Braves. We're all tied up 1-1 here.
You know, I am interested to think about what kind of role the flip of the wind had on that Star Valley goal because it was headed that way. I don't know. I think about that kind of stuff. Rock Springs back on action here, methodically bringing the ball up the field. They're going into the wind.
Here comes a cross here from Rock Springs. That gets deflected by Ross. Out to Nelson. Nelson will settle as she has time. Just tools it off of the foot of Rock Springs. Throw-in coming for Star Valley.
Substitution for the Lady Braves. Rylan Merrill.
So Rylan Merrill is in for the Lady Braves, number 4, they're saying.
Tigers, number 34.
All right, we'll add it to the roster. At least our roster. Sure she's on someone's roster.
Checking in now for the Tigers is number 12, Eliza Vicencio. She is a junior.
Yeah, so we heard a roar on the JV pitch, and I just got a text that the goalie for Star Valley, Vinny Roniger, kicked it from his goal and made it. Made a goal for the Braves as the goalie.
That almost never happens.
Yes, I would say. They're going to say this is not offsides. Off the right post. And that's going to come out hard as Daniels gets this. Good job there by Emma Daniels making a move on this right side. Out of bounds off her.
Just to kind of expound on that, sometimes you see it in hockey when they've pulled the goalie.
Yeah.
But that is such a smaller venue than what we're talking about here. And that's a bigger field, the JV field. It's an even bigger size field than this one.
He had to have had the wind behind him.
Wow.
And that maybe takes a high hop. I just
stuff.
don't even know. But anyway, we heard quite the commotion over there, and now that makes sense. That's definitely commotion worthy.
It's like somebody making a full court shot during March Madness.
Exactly.
Another free kick here just to throw in for the Lady Braves. And tapping that one forward, Leela Kinder, and taken away here by the Tigers. If you're just joining us, Rock Springs took the lead in the 30th minute in the first half. Talia Knudsen, and they went into the break. And then in the 41st minute, Kaylin Andrews went down on a foul. She is not returned, but on that resulting free kick, Star Valley was able to put in just their second goal of the year on a redirect, and we're still tracking down who's going to be credited for that. But we got a tie match here.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about the implications of this especially for Rock Springs.
Yes.
If they can get a win here, then they avoid the play-in game to regionals, and they're just automatically the 6th seed. So I'll have to look and see what a tie does for them with Evanston playing in or at Kelly Walsh this weekend.
And there's still 30-plus minutes left in this one. So, yeah, I feel like if you're the Lady Braves, you've shown you can score. You've shown you can hold Rock Springs out of goal in a reasonable rate, which has been tough to do this year for most of the teams that they've played. And so you have a chance to win this match. Go win it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and the Lady Braves, they have not been within 4 or 5 goals in most matches, right? As here's a good through ball for Rock Springs. Right side, angle closing. Good job there by Andrews.
You bring up a great point, Alan. The last time Star Valley was this close in the second half, I don't know when that was. So maybe their hearts are fluttering a bit out there as they're trying to work their way through it.
Well, we've talked about some of the changes that they've had to do because of injury, and girls have stepped up in new positions, and they've really played a good first.
Offside's the call there.
50 minutes in this one, and now the big thing is can you keep that up consistently? So we've seen a lot this year where the Lady Braves have good stretches in games, and then they have really bad stretches where the other team will score 3 or 4 goals.
Yeah, like in 10, 12 minutes.
Exactly. And so I think for the Lady Braves here is one, you got to hold serve, and 2, you've got to create some of that offensive pressure, because we saw what happened when they did. Is that ball is deflected off the head of Docksetter.
They're going to call a push in the back, I think, on Cabry.
Quick free kick here.
Oh, that's a good kick.
And picked up by Andrews.
That one was maybe just about a foot too far out in front. They were looking cross field. That could have been a real good-looking touch goal opportunity for number 12, Vicencio, but just a little too far out in front.
High drop kick there. One out of the air by Daniels. Ball kicked up ahead and out of bounds. Throw-in coming for Rock Springs. I can see Andrews is over there on the sideline, looking like she will check back in for the Lady Braves at their next possession. Here comes Gibbons. Gibbons shielding, working around. Oh, great save by Hunting to keep that one inbounds.
Emma Daniel in there, number 20 for the Lady Braves. She's showing some good speed.
Right foot by Nelson. Settled at the top. Good work there by Daniels as she tries to push it towards the outside.
Boy, that ball has eyes.
Oh, they're going to let that one play on as the Lady Braves thought it was out. Knutson, finds the back of the net as Knutson is a lefty, as it is, but left foots that one into the back of the net, and just a mental error by the Braves cost them a goal.
Well, I think the Star Valley Lady Braves kind of watched this ball and thought it's going to go out of bounds, and the official said it never did, and they played it as such, and this is a heck of a goal from Knutson. Look at that, left foot.
Yep, and Andrews just didn't quite get to that post quick enough, and Knutson able to get that left foot on it and sneak it through that near post for her second goal of the game. But it's not like basketball. Basketball, if your foot hits the line or the ball hits the line, then it's out. In soccer, that whole ball has to be over the line, and so as that ball just kind of skirted on top of that line for a while, the Lady Braves were caught watching, and Knutson able to run and save that from going out and made them pay.
And it is a little subjective. Some officials call it a little sooner than others, but, we've brought him up several. Oh, boy, a big collision there. We brought it up several times. Star Valley, for a long time, Sandy Buckstaff was one of the officials, and his mindset was if there's one molecule of ball still on the line, it's still in. And so, yeah, if you're maybe Star Valley, you're thinking, hey, that should have been called out. I thought that was well played by Rock Springs, and they took advantage of it.
Yes. Good play here by Larson. Oh, and she's able to shield Knutson out of it. Hunting comes in back to the middle. We saw a big collision down here as Kaylin Andrews went down again. Center official elected to let them play on, but kind of a bummer deal for Andrews, who just checked back in after being injured to come into that sort of collision. But she's up. Playing seems all right. Here comes Kinder, wants to go towards the far side, looking for Daniels, and that's too far. Throw-in coming for Rock Springs. Have not seen Weber come back in the second half, which means she'll probably play 2 halves of JV today. But typically you get 3 halves in soccer to play within a day, so you couldn't play both varsity and both JV. So that'd be my best guess of why we're not seeing Weber out here in the second half. Too far there for Daniels on the near side. Throw in coming for Rock Springs.
Regardless of how this one turns out, though, Alan, some drama here for the Lady Braves. This has been a clash today between these two squads.
Knutson on the left side. She gets around Hunting, brings it to her right foot, wants to go back to her left. Good shield there by Afton. She pushes him towards the outside. Ball still in. Great ball back into the box, not cleared yet, and Ross will boot that one out. It'll be a corner kick coming for the Tigers.
I'd like to see maybe we could have done something a little different than a corner right there.
Yeah, Ross had a little bit more time than what she realized. Probably could have put it on the other side of the flag. Rock Springs wants to go close. Here's Gibbons.
I think they caught Star Valley napping a little bit right there. Rock Springs has had such a good corner. We talked about it the first half. This time they just passed it in and got a pretty good shot there. Just sailed wide.
I think Gibbons probably could have taken a couple more steps in the box because, like you said, it seemed like Star Valley was still waiting for them to set up the corner, and they elected to go close. Ross looking to go towards the outside. That's taken away and cleared for Star Valley. Deep throw-in coming for the Lady Tigers.
Still just almost 24 minutes left in this match, so a lot of time, but if you're the Lady Braves, you need that equalizer. And they've gone a pretty good stretch in between shots on goal, so they really don't have any time to dilly-dally.
Here's a good push-up.
Oh, here
we'll
we go.
See if Daniels can get there before this ball goes out of bounds. She's got a good angle on it, and she does. Emma sends it back into the box and knocked out by Rock Springs.
Yeah, that should be a corner.
No, they're going to say it was touched by Kinder, and they're going to give it a goal kick. I thought it was the Rock Springs defender that.
Well, they're lining up like it's going to be a corner.
Looks like maybe he was overridden because he definitely pointed to a goal kick.
So
good job there by Daniels to track that through ball down. Here comes Kinder. First corner of the game. Puts a right foot in. Oh, off the face of Dockstetter.
Sorry, not my.
Your inner fandom came out.
My objection, my unobjectivity, whatever that word I'm trying to find, it was gone there for a second. Could be another corner.
They are going to award another corner.
Rock Springs crowd verbally questioning that one. We can hear them.
Kinder's going to put this one towards the near post.
Almost gave up another corner.
And it'll be a deep throw-in. Lady Braves still in good position here.
They're awarding another corner.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. I thought that was a throw-in. So 3 corners in a row for the Lady Braves. See if they can capitalize.
Got to get some air on this ball. Oh, on the redirect. Oh, good step in there by Daniels. Emma, just a freshman for Star Valley, getting some meaningful minutes here in the second half. Gets a redirect on it and just on frame too, but covered up by the keeper for the Tigers.
Yeah, it's Paige Tongate. I'm going to credit her with her second save of the game.
Oh, Rock Springs had a chance to really do a run there. Oh, great move. She gets around Hunting into the box and picked up by Andrews.
That was dicey.
Yeah, that was a good job by trying to get numbers. That might have been Ross that came back to help last second.
Kaylin Andrews back in, looking like Kaylin, so that's good news for Star Valley. She took a pretty good fall right before the Star Valley goal.
Here's another run by Rock Springs.
And
that was Ross there. The last one was a good play by Osmond. They are going to say corner kick coming.
So this will be corner kick number 6 of the match for Rock Springs. First one they've had in a while.
Yeah.
And personally, their previous corner kick attempts, well, I guess they had that pass in just a few minutes ago, but in the first half, I thought their corner kicks were really good. They just about scored on a couple of them.
Yeah, they're going to play it short again. Work it towards the top of the 18, center it, and that one goes wide. And a goal kick coming for Star Valley. Star Valley, with 20 minutes left to play, we just witnessed the Lady Braves get 3 corners in a row down here, and I like that pressure from the Braves. We haven't got a real good look at the keeper for Rock Springs, Tongate, but I think they've got an opportunity to be aggressive down there. There's an opportunity to score for Star Valley. Here comes a good ball to Gibbons. Gibbons wants to go back outside. That ball does not get the pace that she wanted, as good clear by Hollingsworth. Looks up to Dockstetter before that's quickly taken away. Paisley wants to go back to Cavery, as Cavery has one on her. Gets pushed out of the way. Rock Springs will settle. We talked about for both of these squads are pretty heavy on the underclassmen. Rock Springs comes in with just one senior on their roster, and so they'll be returning. You presume they'll return most of these varsity players for next season. Rock Springs comes in with 3 wins on the season. A win here would probably vault them into that 6th seed going into regionals. A tie or a loss would keep them in the 7th seed, which would have them in the play-in game. The
Which
lady
would be against Star Valley.
Yeah, which Star Valley will be in. That game's going to take place 2 o'clock on Wednesday next week in Jackson. And that will be for an opportunity to play in regionals. With the format that they do now, the top seed gets a bye and an automatic bid to state. As here's a good ball up to Suter. Suter also has Daniels on the far end. Suter wants to bring this back to her right foot. Brooks going to drop it to Andrews. That's a good play. Andrews time wants to go out wide. Hard touch here by Daniels though, and Rock Springs will take care of it. Taken away by Ross. Wants to send it back into the offensive third.
Lady Braves, I think they need to put some pressure on there. Good takeaway there from Daniel.
Good. Emma works into the middle of the field. She has time. Over to Andrews. Andrews looking to make a turn. Has Suter out wide. And cleared out by Rock Springs. And, yeah, you hear the Star Valley faithful yelling to put some pressure. Oh, physical play here on both sides as Knutson is going to get around Andrews and complete the hat trick on the afternoon as Talia Knutson saw the ball bouncing her way this time.
That's tough right there. Tough for Kara. She came out and challenged. The ball was just in that tough spot for her to get to it, and Talia didn't even have to touch it again. Just walked it in.
Yeah, that ball, she was able to get just enough of it, and Kara came out and kind of slid with her leg, which isn't a bad play, but not able to get her mitts on it. And so as soon as she's not able to corral that with her gloves, Knutson was able to just get a right tap on that ball, gets just past Kara, and that ball, like you said, Knutson didn't even have to kick it in after that. The ball just dribbled into the back of the net, and Rock Springs finds themselves up by 2 goals.
So Knutson now with 11 goals on the season after the hat trick today.
Big collision on the far side as the Rock Springs player bounces right back up and wins that possession. They're going to say last touch by Rock Springs, and should have substitutions coming in for Star Valley as Clancy Osmond will check out.
And a huge goal, Alan, just it provides that cushion.
Yeah.
That cushion, if you're Rock Springs, I mean, if they're so inclined, they could just pull everybody back and camp out with all players on the defensive half of the field if they wanted to. I don't know that they will, but you kind of have that option.
Exactly, and we saw it when the boys played Riverton, right? When they cut into that lead with about 10 minutes left to go, and there's just a big difference between a 1-goal lead and a 2-goal lead, especially as you get where we're at right now in the game with 15 minutes left. Put the brakes on. Knutson works to her left, just high.
That one off the upright of the field goal standard. Kind of answers your question there. If you're thinking Rock Springs going to be conservative, there's kind of your answer. No way.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes the best defense is a good offense. If you can keep the ball on the other team's half, it relieves a lot of pressure for your goalie and the defenders.
That was the 24th shot on goal by the Tigers today. Lady Braves have 4. Kara Andrews, 14 saves.
Ball taken away by Dockstetter. She tries to work it back to the middle. Has that one slashed out from under her right foot and saved by Andrews again. That was a good drop kick by Andrews, as that one's going to go well over midfield and off of Rock Springs. Throw-in coming for Star Valley. Star Valley looking to cut into this lead. Hollingsworth will run up and take that one. Sends it into Nelson. Nelson, oh, good turn here by Ambry. Gets around one defender. Sends it into the box and out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick, as Ambry did the good work to get around one, but was met with another. Rock Springs defender wasn't able to curve that one more on frame.
You know, Alan, now with under 15 to play here in the game, down 2, you wonder if Star Valley will shift and maybe put Ambry at the forward or midfield and say try and use your speed and athleticism to get a one-on-one and maybe get a shot on and put one in the net.
Yeah, as Hollingsworth came up to win that ball. Here comes Rock Springs on the counter. Good step there by the Lady Braves. Right foot cross.
Oh, no. That was almost a disaster.
That was. And that's always tough as a defender as you're running back towards your own goal. That time Merrill was able to block the vision of the attacker for, I think that was Viencio, just enough that Viencio wasn't able to get a redirect on it. But that was a great cross by Rock Springs.
Ooh, Rock Springs player went down really awkwardly. They're going to keep playing. Looks like she's able to get up. I think that's Knudsen. And Andrews are going to pick up another save.
And they will stop it here.
Yeah, she decided to go back down to the field, so.
Yeah, it looked like
she kind of
got tangled.
To me, that looked like an ankle thing, but
yep.
Won't speculate any more than that. Let's go ahead and take a break and come back. And right now it's Rock Springs 3, Star Valley 1. Just over 12 to play in this one.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
So that was kind of fooled us there, Alan. The player decided to keep on it, or to stay on the field, I should say, and they played on, and right there an offside call against the Tigers and a kick for Star Valley.
Yeah, and Knudsen's still kind of limping around. Sometimes, we said it kind of looked like it could be something with the ankle. Sometimes it scares you more than what it actually is.
Yeah, she does have a bit of a brace or a wrap, something on that right leg. It could just be something chronic at this point too. And
that's true.
And it got tweaked.
Got re-aggravated a little bit. Either way, she'll stay on.
Free kick here for Rock Springs.
Pitch.
And this could be a good opportunity here. Taking this kick is Izzy Gibbons.
Yeah, Gibbons has a big, strong leg too. She puts this high. Good.
It's going to sail wide right.
Yep, that one. She tried to do just like a little chip shot where it would check up in the box and goes a little bit too far on her. And it will be a kick coming up from Andrews. Andrews puts this one into the box or into the midfield. As Rock Springs wins that one off of the drop kick. Viencio trying to make a turn. That's going to be an opportunity for the Lady Braves. Kinder tries to get it forward, and that gets cleared up. Good step there by Hollingsworth. Dockstetter, good move by Dockstetter on the left side. Cavery making a break towards the top of the box, able to stop, bring it back to her right foot, sends it to the top of the 18. Won by Nelson. Nelson has one on her, trying to make a move. Ambry makes some space, could take a look at it from there. She gets 2 on her now. Drops it for Kinder. Kinder comes through, and a slow roller picked up by Tongate, as it was a good scoring opportunity for the Lady Braves that just didn't quite materialize here in the final 10 minutes of this match.
And Star Valley's got to continue to try and be aggressive under 10 to play. They need to get some points. Knudsen looks fine to me.
Yeah. Hits the Jets again, tries to go far side.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I thought that thing was heading out of bounds, and Rock Springs had a player catch up to it and turn, and Kara Andrews was still paying attention, unlike us.
Yeah, I know.
Picked up the save.
Yeah, Viencio. Here comes Nelson.
I'd love to see Ambry get one on the goal today.
Off Gibbons.
Here's a split screen courtesy of Kaysen Hatterley, our producer.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And take this opportunity to also give a big shout out to our folks making it possible for you to watch today. Kaysen is our producer. We've got Haley Myers up top, Claire Myers and Paige Gamble down in the field. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate their hard work today.
Here comes Daniels just outside the top of the 18, and that's cleared over by Rock Springs. Step by Kinder. They're going to say last touch by.
Change their minds. It's going to be a Star Valley throw.
Yeah, that was the right call. We saw a good camera angle there as Kinder's able to get it off of the Lady Tigers.
Got a whistle here. They're going to. I don't know if it's a rethrow or another throw. Looks like another throw.
Merrill will throw it into Kinder. Kinder has one on her. Ball one in the midfield. Larson tries to drop it over to Nelson. Good play by Hunting. Merrill will step up, but not able to link any passes are the Lady Braves, and now we've got trouble.
This is Lillian Bridewell for the Tigers. And that one could have been a good run for Rock Springs. It didn't materialize, but some anxiety for Star Valley fans right there.
Yeah, it looked like
it was going to result in more than it did.
Yes, that's for sure. And I think if that ball ends up at Knudsen's feet, she probably goes and scores that thing. I think it was just had an underclassman that got the ball. Here comes Ross. She has one on her. She'll just clear. Quick throw into Bridewell. Bridewell trying to get around Hunting. Afton steps in, clears it, but it will result in a corner kick for
Rock Springs. They got some things going here. A little bit of momentum taking this corner will be Gibbons. This will be the 7th corner kick of the match for the Tigers. And
Rock
ticking
Springs
down to about 6 minutes left. Another corner.
Rock Springs in the second half is
that certainly looked like it was going to be another corner there.
Well, it 100% should be because Daniels kicked it
Yeah,
out.
we kicked it. Yeah, that's the Rock Springs crowd doesn't like that, and I don't blame them. Yeah, the center official's like, what are you all talking about? It's a corner kick. Is it not a corner? Oh, or is it a... Oh, offside.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, they passed the ball and then passed it back. So we were all confused. I'm glad somebody up here knew what was going on.
Yeah, that was interesting because I thought we had somebody. Typically, we have somebody like you have a goalie and then you have somebody on the post as well during corners, but we must not have if they called offsides.
18 saves for Kara Andrews today. She's been awesome.
Lady Braves looking to go towards the outside, too far though. And a throw in coming for the Tigers.
5 minutes left. Star Valley they need a goal real quick.
Yeah, the Star Valley's had a difficult time, not just today, but on the season, linking passes together.
Well, and even in that last, couple minutes ago, they were down into the Rock Springs defensive third. And as fans, you're thinking, just send one in there. And, of course, they're coached to try and do what their philosophy is. And, yeah, I'm very much just launch one in there and see what happens. That's kind of how I am. But,
well,
that's why I'm not the coach.
Well, you look at the goal that the Lady Braves did score was kind of that mentality. Let's just see how the ball bounces and see if it'll bounce in for us. And you look at the other goal that they scored earlier in the year against Kelly Walsh. It was obviously the Kelly Walsh player touched it last, but it's because
the chaos theory.
Yeah, you just put one in the box. Yeah, see what happens. Oh yes, she is definitely on sides. She was held on sides here on the far side.
Wow!
And whoa!
What a score!
Holy moly! I don't know if that was Bridewell. Was that 17? But that was, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Bridewell.
Well,
oh, man, that's a cannon.
She's had several runs in the last 10 minutes and capitalized that time.
Yeah, as Lillian Bridewell brings it towards the right side, close to the top of the box, and finds the top shelf in the goal. That was impressive. For a second, I thought it hit the outside of it just because of the angle.
Yeah, I did the same. I did the same thing. In fact, that's why I didn't react very much, because I thought, oh, we just kicked it in the side. They kicked it in the side of the net. But
yeah, and then you go back and rewatch it, and that was just a perfectly placed ball, just outside of the reach of Andrews.
Well, Rock Springs has closed the door on. Star Valley had about 12 minutes of high drama here in the second half, Alan.
Yeah. Well, it's what we talked about earlier. Here's Gibbons. Ooh. Oh, just wide. Well, it's what we talked about earlier, that the Lady Braves have these stretches where, and for today, it was 50 minutes, right? 50 minutes of good soccer tied 1-1. And then at some point, whether they get worn down or
that play where Knudsen picked up her second goal on the ball that Star Valley thought was out of bounds,
yes,
was a real turning point in this game.
Good deflection there by Suter.
Because at that point it was 1-1. Star
Exactly.
Valley had some momentum, and that kind of, I'm not going to say it took the air out of their sails, but it certainly changed the momentum of this match.
Flipped it. I would agree with that. And if you were late joining us, there was a ball that just had eyes to stay inside the field and just kind of danced along that line. And the Lady Braves had a chance to kick it out, and they did not. And the ball, Knudsen kind of ran around the Lady Braves defender to get the ball from going out of bounds and took it in for the score that broke the tie in about the 50th minute or so.
I don't know if he was the first one to say it, but I just used that phrase. That's an old Frank Gambino, K2 Wyoming News statement. They do golf highlights, and this ball has eyes.
Yeah, yep. Gibbons will settle in the middle of the field. She wants to do a through ball, looking again on that far side. Andrews slide tackles up.
Kara's slow to get up. She really extended herself on that one. She's had a pretty heroic day in goal today. I've got Kara with 18 saves on 32 Rock Springs shots on goal.
Yep,
and she gave Star Valley a chance to be in this game in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I think
it's like she's gonna say, "You're not taking me out of my last home match for 91 seconds. I'm gonna gut it out." 4-time All-State wrestler, 2-time state champ. Kara's not going anywhere.
Yeah, she'll stay in, and hopefully at the Andrews household they've got access to a hot tub or something, because I think both Kara and Kaylin may need
it doesn't hurt
a little
to,
TLC.
It doesn't hurt to be 18 years old either. Everything still works and recovers.
Ball thrown into the box and kicked out here as Rock Springs tries to make a move back towards the top of the 18. Kinder will take this, settles it, sends it up to Dockstetter. Oh, great first touch by Dockstetter. Trying to create some space, physical play on that far side. As we take under a minute to go, Rock Springs looks like they will come away with the win this afternoon. If Kelly Walsh beats Evanston on the far side of the state today, then...
Which is what should happen.
Yeah.
But you never know.
But at the same time, Evanston tied 0-0 with Jackson this year
I was going to say,
on the girls' side.
Evanston's climbing the ladder. They are much improved. So, yeah, you never know.
Yep, so you just don't know which way that... Oh, great move by Larson to split two defenders. But anticipating that the Lady Braves will play probably Evanston at 2 o'clock next Wednesday for the play-in game if they were able to win that game.
And that is in Jackson.
In Jackson.
Because that is the site of the 4A West Regionals this year. And as Alan pointed out, in years past, they've played it at the 7-seed home field, but they're playing at the regional venue now. So if you're wanting to watch that, you'll have to go north up to Jackson, and Rock Springs will celebrate as they, in essence, likely avoid that play-in game. We'll see how the rest of the matches play out.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that score, and we appreciate Wild Prep's
yes, very
media
much.
for providing those scores for us from around the state. But that will be we'll wrap up the end of this contest as the Lady Braves fall 4-1 to the visiting Rock Springs Lady Tigers. We mentioned this is the last home match for a few of these Lady Braves, and the contribution that they've given to Lady Brave soccer is definitely admirable, as a lot of them have played 4 years here for the program. And so a bittersweet ending here for Star Valley for those seniors, but one of the better matches we've seen them play this season, Dal.
Well, absolutely, and not to put too fine a point on it, but they had a chance to win the match, which has not been the case very many times this season. So they played their guts out, missing some players, and but a good effort here for Star Valley. Going over some numbers here before we close out the broadcast. I had Rock Springs with 32 shots on goal today. They really piled up a bunch of them later on in the match to kind of pad that. Also finished with 8 corner kicks. I had Paige Tongate with 3 saves in goal for the Tigers. Star Valley had 5 shots on goal, 3 corner kicks. Kaylin Andrews, one of her best games in goal, I think, in her career. She finished with 18 saves in her last senior home start. The goals came in the 30th minute. That was Talia Knudsen for Rock Springs, as she broke open a 0-0 game. Went into halftime that way. Star Valley answered and tied the match in the 41st minute, first minute of the second half. Honestly, folks, still figuring out who's credited that goal. Still figuring that out. And then for the next 12 minutes, it was anybody's match before Talia Knudsen took that ball we talked about and was able to finish it to put the Tigers up 2-1 in the 53rd. Knudsen collected the hat trick in the 63rd to put this game away, and then Lillian Bridewell added a little frosting to the cake in the 77th for Rock Springs, and your final today 4-1 in favor of the Tigers. And Alan, just reiterating, the Lady Braves will play in Jackson next Wednesday. You said start time is at 2 p.m. We will not have video streaming of that, so if you want to go see what happens, you're going to have to go watch it. But it's not like you're going to Casper to watch regionals this year. It happens to be in Jackson. That's
Jackson,
not so bad.
Hit up TJ Maxx, some Wendy's, and some soccer.
Other than it's Jackson. Distance-wise, it's not so... Sorry, that was a jerk thing of me to say, but I'm a jerk. So your final today, we're going to end this broadcast. There's another link for the boys, and this should be a heck of a match. The Braves and Tigers coming up. That one's scheduled to start up at 1 o'clock. Alan, anything to add?
No, I definitely would encourage you to come back for this boys match, or to drive on up here to Braves Field, because this match between the Tigers and the Braves is going to be a doozy here. Set to kick off at 1 o'clock.